All right, welcome to the public to a voting session for the Education and Economic Development Subcommittee. We have 3 bills to vote on today. Let's start with Delegate Lopez's bill because we are joined here by a member of the Attorney General's office. Do you want to just break down the bill quickly? Or Michelle, do you want to just describe the bill just briefly?
I'll describe the bill and the amendments, and Chris can be here if there are any questions.
Great.
So the bill prohibits a private education lender or a private education loan collector from initiating a private education loan collection unless the lender or collector possesses specified documents related to the loan. There's one sponsor amendment that's you guys should have the reprint of, so I'm just going to walk through that. The first change is on page 3 of 8. This is clarifying that non-banks and trusts have to comply with this law. These changes are made throughout the bill as well. On page 4, there is a change that includes to clarify that trusts have to comply with this law, so same thing. On page 5, there's a change to address concern that documents could include confidential information or information that the creditor may not possess. The next change is on page 7. The amendment makes sure that the debt collector submitting the affidavit includes the date on which they have good faith belief that the statute of limitations would expire. The debt collector would have to calculate the date to be able to sign off on the affidavit. And those are all the changes offered by Delegate Lopez for this bill.
I think they're mostly clarifying and in line with the original intent of the legislation. Any discussion on the amendment, or is there a motion?
Motion to move the amendment.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor of the amendments, say
Aye.
aye. Any opposed? No? All right, the amendment's passed. Any discussion on the bill as is now amended? Is there a motion?
Motion to move the bill.
Second. All right, it's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? No? The ayes have it. That bill will move to full committee tomorrow. Mr. Madeo, thank you for being with us. Appreciate you.
Your time.
Okay. I think the next bill is Delegate Solomon's bill, which I believe we've had. But Delegate Solomon, you want to tell us about your bill?
Sure. So this is a bill around better tracking and public awareness around, or public viewing on energy usage of school systems, and it includes some work for our state agencies to think creatively about financing mechanisms for additional net zero schools. The bill had no fiscal note. We did make two amendments, two changes to it. In an amendment at the suggestion of the Baltimore City Public Schools, one to add the square footage into the reporting template, and also to change the update for energy policies from every 2 years to every 3 years, which I think were eminently reasonable. There's just 2 other things that I wanted to point out. I know there was one piece of opposition testimony from one school system. It's patently untrue, frankly. This bill, again, had no fiscal note. We're not requiring school systems to do anything in terms of their actual energy usage. We're just asking for them to have an energy policy, make it public, and report out data on their energy usage. We're hoping that better management will allow the school systems to make smarter decisions, but we're not requiring them to make those specific decisions in this bill. The other piece, there was some opposition testimony from the Maryland Energy Administration about the MCEC, the Maryland Clean Energy Center. We have a letter from the Maryland Clean Energy Center saying that they were actually more than enthusiastic to be a participant in thinking creatively about net zero schools. So I don't know what the interagency fight is over there, but MCEC talked to us before the hearing, before we put the bill in, and they were, again, more than happy to participate in thinking creatively about how we increase the number of net zero schools in our state. So with that, would ask to move the amendments.
I'll second the amendments. All in favor of the amendments, say aye.
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 Any opposed, say no. Amendments pass. On the bill as amended. Is there a motion?
Motion to move the bill.
Second. All right. Any discussion on the bill? Reporting requirements. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, say no.
No.
All right. Delegate Novotny is recorded in the negative, in the red. Great. And the last bill is Delegate Valentino Smith's bill, which has already passed the Senate. Michelle, what was the vote in the Senate? Just, I'm sure Delegate.
It was 46-1.
46-1. And can you just outline the bill?
Yeah, the bill expands the definition of homeless youth who are eligible to receive a tuition waiver at a public institution of higher education. You have the amendment in your packet. Amendment number 1 is technical. Amendment number 2 establishes a list of entities that can verify an individual as a homeless youth within 24 months prior to enrollment or while enrolled in a public institution of higher education. It also requires a public institution on request of the student to notify another public institution in which the student plans to enroll of the student's designation as a homeless youth. It requires the public institution to establish a homeless and foster youth liaison in the appropriate office with specified qualifications and duties. It requires a specific report on how each public institution reports specified data disaggregated by demographic categories. It also requires the commission to publish the compilation of these reports on this website within a specified period of time.
All right, so we got some amendments that add some reporting requirements and some clarifications. Were those same amendments the Senate passed?
Yep, it's the exact same posture as the Senate.
Excellent. So I'll make a motion to conform the bill to the Senate bill. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed, no? All right, is there a motion on the bill as amended?
Motion to move the bill.
Second.
Second.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. All right, that's great work. That bill will move out to committee tomorrow.
We have one more bill on the voting list. It's House Bill 1124. This is Delegate Harrison's bill. It's kind of just a technical fix. As drafted, it was for the Richard Collins Scholarship. As drafted, it said it had to be exactly 25% of the annual grant awards to BSU students. And now it's going to be received more than 25%. So it's kind of just a.
And this is the scholarship that it was named after this gentleman. That was the intent, I think, from the beginning. I think it was a drafting error. I think this entire bill is just clarifying. Anyone have a problem with the bill? All right, all in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, any opposed, say no. All right, I think we are done now, Michelle, correct?
Mhm.
All right, thank you guys. Thanks a lot. I think we're going to be voting a little earlier next week, so stay tuned.